Hello back. Hello, happy new year. It is New Year's Eve, not Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve. I have been eating, sleeping, and putting up on about 13 kilos. But I have been also working. So this video is part 2 of the cloud video. Cloud. We are starting now with this cloud. I've done the row 1 and 2. So we are starting with a row 3, okay? And we're starting with the cloud as well. So first, what we need to do is pretty much, it's just these, we're gonna set the first row. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 45 stitches. I'm gonna purl 45 stitches and I'm gonna scoop you down. Sorry, I'm still in my pajamas, but it's Christmas. Now, so 45, I'm gonna fast forward this very quickly. Two, 3, 4, and 45. Now we are going to use the color B, and we are going to purl 3. Just make sure you bring the main color back at the back of the work because we don't want to have a line at the front of it. So you're going to purl 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, back into main colors, and we purl to the end. Now, we are starting row 4. Yes, this is how the rows are a little bit different, okay? I don't know why, and I haven't really figured out why, okay? Let's be honest. So anyways, now we are going to row 4. I am going to knit down to the cloud, but stop 1 stitch before. So very quickly, I'm going to knit. Put. Okay. Now we are going to change the main color. And we're going to knit 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Change the main color. And we're going to knit to end. I'm not going to show it to you. So I'm going to come back to you on my next row. Now, row 5, we are going to, what we're going to do is purl 31 as we are extending our cloud bigger and bigger. So row 31, purl 35, 6. I'm going to fast forward this. So row 31. Now we're going to take the main color. Sorry, my cat is playing in the room. She found Legos, so she's just having a happy time. So we're going to take the color B. We are going to purl 3. 1, 2, 3. Change it back to main color. And we're going to, just going to bring this here. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. One stitch before the color B. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And now we are going to make it a knit one stitch across. So what we did here was 7, now we do 9. Purl 9 in color B. Then change it back to the main color. Row 6, we're going to knit straight down to the cloud here to this stitch. Okay. Now we are going to knit 10 okay, there's our 10. You change back to the main color. You're going to knit 5 in the main color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change the color B. And knit 5. And change back to the main color and knit to the end. So I'm going to come back to you on my row 7. We are going to purl 23 or 4. 1, 2, 3. 23. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to fast forward this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are going to take the color B. We're going to purl 3 in color B. So 1, 2, 3. Change to main color. Purl 3. Now move back to the color B, and we are going to purl 1, 7. Change back to main color, pearl 2 or 3, is it 3? It should be 4. So pearl 4. Then back to the color B. And we work your cloud there. It's 1 extra. Now, and pearl to the end. So I think we're on a row 7 now. Sorry about that. So anyways, what are we going to do now with row 8? You see we have the cloud is in the middle, okay? So we have a small bit in here and we're load in here. So instead of pulling the threads across full time, I'm going to add another ball of yarn on this side, okay? And work with the other wall. And then when we have it all in, then we're going to cut out on one side and we're going to start, just keep going. Somewhere in along in here, when we are starting to crease out of the cloud, we are going to get rid of the other ball of wool. So next what we're going to do is, I am going to knit down to the cloud. This is our row 8. We are going to knit straight down to the cloud. And we are going to knit right across. Yeah. To the other side. And we add 1 extra stitch to, we're going to go 1 extra. So we are now going to shape our cloud, the main big part of it. Now I'm going to use the other wool, the other yarn of main color, and going to keep going here, knit to the end. So I'm gonna cut off in here and I'm gonna shape. So basically this is all I wanted to show you, that I'm not going to, I'm gonna keep going on the cloud, and when I'm gonna get to row 20, another 10, 12 rows to go, shaping my cloud. And when I'm on a row 22, starting row 23, actually we can, yeah, keep going even then until it is more of where I would like to stop this. Okay, I'm gonna go back to row 20 and I'll make the decision then. So this is how the cloud is shaping up, okay? I'm gonna keep going. This is how it looks at the back. And now I have started, so I have another set of 2 yarns on either side. So the cloud should be nice. Now, what I do say is wrap them. Okay, I'll show you this one. This is a row 20, no, it's not. It's row 9. So I'm going to purl down to the cloud. Now we need to extend the cloud one more. But what do is you take this, your color B, and you kind of wrap it around. So your wool is hanging on this side of the color B. So main color, and they're wrapped around. That helps to kind of integrate that motif into that, okay? Now, if you pull in like the threads across, if you don't want to do 2 yarns, then you kind of connect it anyways between like this. But because I don't want the cloud to get too tight, and I think it looks much neater and cleaner, consider this is the only it's bang on in the middle of the cushion, and rest of the cushions are all on an edge one, so you won't have that kind of a pull and drag over it. It would be much easier to do it this way. Yeah, just so I'll show you here again in another end. Like, look at this, we could have like a little hang in here. So what do is we are going to purl down to the clouds. Okay. And you see now I'm just finishing in here. And before I pick up, I'll just wrap this wool around. You see, like that. Pull it, close it. You can pull it later if you want to. If it seems too complicated. But when you're pulling it, you see the whole work is coming together. So next time when you pick up that wool, this is how the stitch looks. There's no big hole in it. There's a hole in here because of the thread, and when I flatten the work it will all come out. But that's the whole point. So you close it, it looks like this on this side and this and that side. Now so keep wrapping your wool around it. Keep working on the next at least 11 rows, and I'll come back to you then. We'll see what we're going to do with the top of the cloud. So we're going to work on the main body of the cloud first. I'll see you in a bit. So I am on row 21. This is our row 21. It's pretty much, I'm going to go another row 21 and 22 are still a full rows. Also 23 and 24, I can actually think that it will be fine until I'll get to a row, end of row 28. So I'm going to keep going for another 8 rows. And we are going to join it all together, all the blues together, back together on a row 29 and 30. So I'm going to keep going. I show you where I am now. It actually looks really cute and really nice. This is how it looks now. It's I like it. For a cushion, and consider I'm using refurbished wool or yarn. It looks actually quite cute. Again, I'm not a big fan of knitting with cotton, but it's, as a pattern itself, it's beautiful. So anyways, I'll see you in a bit. So row 29, I have purled down to this cloud with one of my main color. And now I am going to purl at one in, going to purl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to use the same color, the same ball, main ball, what I had on the other side. And this one, I'm going to just cut these ones out, okay? So we're going to end with a one ball of main color, but we're going to pull it across a bit, flatten your work, and purl to the end. Why did I do that? Is because now if you look at the back of the work, the cloud looks very nice, clean, neat. I have stain on my top. Oh, sorry about that. This is going to annoy me now. Okay, just want to show you that. Okay, so in the next row, we're just going to knit all across. I'm just going to do very quickly and fast forward it for you. Because that kind of is row 30. And that means we are at end of this. We have then 90 more rows to go. We have a quarter of the work done. So you knit across all stitches. Okay, so I'm at the end of this row and I want to show you now. You can a little bit peekaboo here now for the back of the work. So how does it look like? So we have our front of the cloud looks like this. This is where is our point of no, here you go. So this is our front of the cloud. Okay, this is how our cloud looks, and this how it looks at the back of it. So it looks kind of nice and neat. Little pull. You see how this is wrapped around? Very neat. This is what how I like to see work at the back, okay? And the other side as well. Now this one has a bit of a hole in here, but that's when we put the cushion on it, inside the cushion, it actually pulls it and it disappears. Now I have a bit of a wool in here when we started it, so I can kind of stitch a little bit in. It could have been better if it would have been kind of wrapped around a little bit when I was making the stitch, but I didn't. So that's just, I'm gonna own my mistake there. Now, this is our first cloud done. I'm gonna scoop yourself up here, looking at my very rough face after being at home and eating all the junk out of my press. Now, next, I'm going to work the stitches up for another 5, 6 rows. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows? It's just the main color. And we starting, all those are now on the side. So I'm gonna just do a video how where I'm placing it and where I'm placing this and how I keep going. And then this, probably the next video is all placing these and how we do a few bits, how I'm gonna get on. And then we're gonna go on the top and just keep looking how it shapes up. It looks very nice. I'm very happy with it. Now, I would wish my wool would be a little thicker, maybe an Aran and not cotton, but You see, the thing is, if you use a refurbished cotton, it kind of loses, it gets a little thinner. Any kind of wool gets a little tiny bit thinner, so you might need to use smaller needles. So might I had to use maybe a 3.5 or 4 millimeter needles rather than 5. But regardless, it's a cushion, so it will be fine. It will be fine. Now, I hope to join you tomorrow and chat to you tomorrow. Bye.